Hello, everybody. As mentioned, I'm Bill Rittenberg. I've lived and worked in East Lansing almost 45 years, and I signed up to speak today to explain why I support the proposed amendment of the charter to change the city housing code. I do feel that this amendment is very much in my own personal interests. I've lived with my family at 838 Touraine. I've owned it for almost 25 years. I've invested heavily in it, so it's much better condition now than when I first got it. At 82 years old, I'm a senior. I would like to continue living in that residence as long as possible, rather than be transferred to assisted living or a nursing home. But I feel that the present city code, well, as an 82-year-old, I'm healthy and independent now, but I know that I'm going to become, I'm going to decline and become less healthy and lose my ability, more or less, to take care of myself. And I feel that the present city code is going to interfere with my doing this conveniently and easily. One problem. The person who would make arrangements for my care lives in Nevada and would have to travel to East Lansing to make arrangements. And she's a cousin, very dear to me, very much a family member, but under the current city definitions of family member, she doesn't qualify to reside in my home. So if she comes here to make arrangements for me, she'll have to live in my home if she does as a guest. And as you all know, there's a time limit. She's only legally permitted to come arrange care for me, help me, for 30 days, after which she'd be in violation of the code. Either I would have to obtain a rental license, which is expensive and time consuming, or if she continues after 30 days, she'd be in violation of code and I'd be subject to these fines we just heard about of $500 a day. So I worry about this. Another problem concerns the level of assistance I might need as I become frail or as I decline, which of course is unknown at this point. But I do have long-term care insurance, which provides for in-home care, but only with a medical diagnosis that the care is needed, and only provided by a licensed medical practitioner. So I'm anticipating that as I get old, I may very well slowly lose my capabilities to perform routine, ordinary activities of daily living that don't need a licensed medical practitioner to help with. And I do believe that it makes sense that there's a large group of people in East Lansing who would be happy to come live in my home with room and board while doing some more simple care for me as a declining elder. But the city code would make doing that very complicated. First, somebody staying as a guest could only stay for 30 days, after which these fines would kick in. If I hired someone to come and live and care for me to do simple non-medical care, I'd have to hire them according to the code, according to my understanding, 40 hours a week, which is unnecessary. And also, if a live-in caretaker were there more than 30 days, these fines would kick in. So I feel overall that the code in these respects is unduly, and others, is unduly complicated. Its provisions are scattered around rather than integrated. It's confusing and subject to different interpretations and misunderstandings. And it's an invitation.
30 seconds left, Mr. Bell. Thank you.
My hearing as a senior is not that good, but I can see I have now 20 seconds left. Anyway, the simple solution to this problem is not to embark on a complicated revision of the code, but to pass this amendment, which would provide very simply that a guest can live in, any homeowner can have any guest living in their house as long as they want, so long as that party doesn't pay rent, and so long as that party doesn't help exceed the legally mandated occupancy requirements. This is a simple solution that gives me the flexibility I would need, I imagine, as a senior, to arrange care for myself easily. Oh, thank you for listening.
Thank you, sir.